So come on in, take a sip, let's wind down, and today we're doing it with a 2022 Bodegas Artisan. It is a Tempranillo Cab Sauv Petit Verdot. And on the nose, sulfur. First thing is cassis, right? But then after that, you can kind of pick up on some sulfur and definite terroir and the extension of the set of the sulfur. So you can definitely tell this is from La Mancha. It's an area in Spain known for the terroir. When we were in Barcelona, we were able to pick up a couple of white wines that were kind of in the same AO. There, you can almost always tell the old world wines versus the new world wines. But on the palate, no sulfur at all. Terroir's there, lovely velvet finish. I would say probably 13% alcohol, but I'm not quite sure. It's got good legs, and overall, it's just a very clean, finishing, yet bold wine. I would not be able to tell the time at all whatsoever. So this is a deep, deep ruby. This would be fantastic with anything. One more shot of that after the day I've had, picking up my sister and my brother-in-law at Munich International and went up with a flat tire. That's too much to even go into. But I'm home. So now we're going to wind down. Okay. I think that has me calm for the moment. All right. Well, Gabriel, welcome to Le Café de Christophe, or, El Café de Cristobal. Either way, we have today, jumping into our grid, we've got a Casey Callahan and Will Nediger co-construction here, edited by Joel Fagliano. And Joel Fagliano, by the way, constructed today's mini, which was a pretty clever little grid. It took me almost 22 seconds to get through it, which is a long time considering it's not a Saturday mini, which is not so mini at all. But nevertheless, let's hop into our grid and see what Wednesday is holding for us, because I tell you what, that grid yesterday was meant for a Friday. I'm convinced that was like, whoa, my brain is not ready for this. So, one across, when les Jeux Olympiques de Paris took place in the summer, well, that was just this year, and that was the Summer Olympics, and the French for summer is it. So very nice right off the bat. Okay, so sing the praises of, I'm thinking extol, but it could be, let's just go ahead and put extol. I'm not even going to sit and worry. If it's not right, we'll get it. Unfilled space. Probably lacuna. I might as well go ahead and put that in there and see if I'm right. Hubbub could be in a do. So far, I'm feeling pretty confident with all of it, right? Got terra firma. Lawless Princess from series. Xena made it into this thing. Did anybody ever actually watch that show? It was a little too, too sci-fi weird. I'm not sure. Pioneering 1940s computer. I learned a long time ago with ENIAC that's where the term bug came from, because this thing was the size of a house, and it basically did subtraction and multiplication. I don't know if it multiplied, maybe just been addition and subtraction. I'm not quite sure what ENIAC's capabilities were, but like literally actual bugs like locusts or whatnot, crickets would get into the system and they'd have to go find the bugs, right? So interesting how that metaphor has extended itself from an actual reality. So House of Worship at the top of 67 across. I have no idea what that could possibly be. So let's take a look down here. 67 across. Architectural attraction in Rome depicted by this puzzle's grid. And I'm assuming... I don't know yet. Are these... I don't know what the top of the grid is. Oh, the circled answers maybe. It looks... Well, we're going to have to wait on that one because I have no idea what they're trying to get at here. So, okay, fine. Moving on. But it's probably going to be Trinita, right? Because I've got that TRI. I can't think of anything else. And per annum works for me. Subreddit overseer for short, maybe a moderator. And so then we've got dishonorable. And that looks like it's ignoble. And it's funny. I really always wanted to be I've always wanted to win the Ig Nobel Prize, but I'd have to do something in order to be nominated, wouldn't I? Not the Nobel, the Ig Nobel Prize. Let's see, chests. B.O., all I can think of is bosoms. Check it. Mix up. I don't know, swap. I have no idea. Gave it one's all. one-time snack brand slogan. I think that's Oreo. What do you think, Gabriel? Oreo, was that what it was? I can't remember. Odds and ends. Flower on a proverbial path. The only thing I could think of is a primrose, but I'm telling you, if that's right, I think that's uber clever. I think that's awesome. So let's see, 24th and final letters. Oh, wow. See, got this this symbol here. That's an omega. So's the watch. 24th and final letter. The Greek alphabet is omega. We got 26 in English, but, half of a Dashiell Hammett detective couple. Well, it's either Nick or Nora, right? And I think we've got the R, so let's go with Nora. And by the way, if you like a Nick and Nora cocktail glass, that's where they came from. Kind of a attenuated cone, as if an extension of a coupe glass is what they look like to me. But who am I to say? Let's see, extra ingredient is probably an add-in or an add-on. I don't know. So we can at least get add in there and see what's going on. And I think I know what we got here. We have the Trinita de Monti, which is in Italian the Escalante di Trinita de Monti, the Spanish Steps. Now that we have this much going for us, let's at least get the Spanish Steps in there. That's in the Italian. An architectural attraction in Rome depicted by this puzzle grid. So I don't think we're being asked to put this in Italian. I think it's wanting to the English. So I think, and Spanish Steps would not be long enough. So I'm putting the in the Spanish Steps. Well, that's what it's known as anyway, so why not? And let's go back up here. And we'll check that in a minute. But a jewelry fastener is probably a clasp. And I would say that our fill today is pretty non-challenging for someone who does these regularly, but it's been very clever so far. And thus far, I have not seen any inelegant fill. We'll see. Well, I spoke too soon. Winter hours in Winnipeg, inelegant fill. We got the central savings time there. Yuck. Go for a rebound, perhaps. Okay, well, we got the L and the A, so we're going to go for a leap. We don't have to worry about putting jump in there. Meal with matzo, yes, a Seder. For all my fellow Jewish people with keto diet expectations, that matzo, there's just no way to get that down your gullet, is there? So let's see, head honcho at a barbecue. Well, that would be Gabriel, actually. But we'll go ahead and call this the pitmaster. And so that's fun. See, they didn't put Gabriel's name in there. It's kind of a robbery. Its capital is Vientiane, and that's Laos. So, okay, like the watches in dollies, the persistence of memory. Melted. So we got an L. I don't think I'm wrong about the capital, being Vientiane. So I'm thinking we got to come up with another word for melty. Speaking of Asia, roughly 75% of Russia is in it. Okay. And the rest being in Europe, I guess. Contradictory contraction isn't. Small arachnid could be a mite. So I think they're looking for a limp. I guess that's a way to describe them. I would have always thought the clocks were melting. And my sister Tiffany is an absolute expert on all things dolly anyway. So this is very kind of, in a way, surprising. Limp. I guess I need to look that up. I don't know much about him. But I'll have to ask Tiffany when she wakes up. She's getting her beauty sleep. Jet lag. I don't get that. Thank goodness. Okay. Let's see. 38 across. Reference. It's probably to cite, but I don't know. Letter between Delta and Foxtrot would be Echo. You know, for those who are not familiar with the NATO or the phonetic alphabet, the NATO phonetic alphabet, I should probably add that into our study guide. I've been thinking about adding the 14 holy helpers and a few other things like that too, just for memory's sake. Probably need to do that sooner than later. Okay, reference is probably going to be to cite. I just kind of feel like that echo got us going there. We got the giant sequoia, which is the world's most massive tree species. Bright spots. Car with a 3-box design would be a sedan. A sedan. All right. Come on, Christopher. You can do better than that. Color similar to hazelnut tan. You know, I never use hazelnut to describe colors. That'd be good. I got a pair of pants I could call hazelnut. So bright spots. I really don't know. Gave it one's all. Maybe tried hard. And let's see what we got here. Tried hard. Linux software packages informally. Actually, we're running our home server on a Linux system. We're running it on Red Hat, as a matter of fact. So I think these are distros. You know, I think it's just downloading. Region of ancient Greece. So fortunate. We've got basically Ionia in here because if it's 5 letters, I'm like always like, is it Ionia or Doris? So got lucky. Dubai's home, maybe United Arab Emirates. Government agency that investigates, among other things, arson, I guess that's alcohol, tobacco, firearms. Some stops along the Oregon Trail. We got an F and a T, and so maybe forts. We went down the Oregon Trail once, well, part of it. It was fun. Beethoven's third is Eroica. And black and white predators, orcas. That's a beautiful whale, by the way. I would not want to encounter one, but entrap during a winter storm. Oh my God, this is, talk about inelegant ugliness. Ice in, really? Father, sire. Okay, something of value be an asset. Okay, so yeah, and then we got Capri Pants have made it in. And what is this? Louse egg is a knit. Yes. FDR's successor, that was Harry S. Truman. And, you know, when he retired into poverty. I mean, he was like an army captain during the Great War. Then he got into politics, but there was no retirement system for them back then. And I think that was the reason, his poverty and retirement is the reason we gave presidents their salary for life. I think that's true. Odds and ends. Oh, abbreviated. That'd probably be miscellaneous. Okay, very cool. Source of saffron is the crocus. This is just a fun little grid. It's really pretty clever, but not super uber challenging, right? So mix up could be to stir. A cutesy term for a swap. You think maybe trade disease? Trade disease? Oh, yeah, no, I suck at this typing thing. Well-read sorts, maybe scholars. You, sir, are a gentleman and a scholar. Well, you, sir, are a bad judge of character. Heart vessel support, maybe a stent. And so what do we have here? Its website has a fantasy section. Well, I'm going to go with ESPN because you know what? I don't think they would put those kinds of websites in here. And after all, fantasy football is apparently a big thing with so many people. Posteriors could be rumps. Would have been very difficult to get that too ironed out if we didn't have, or already have that R there and that P and that S. Because how many 5-letter words can you come up with for, you know, a human butt, right? You know, Japanese cartoons, anime, classic comedy that often plays during holiday movie marathons. Well, I don't think I can get Christmas Vacation in there, so I'm going to go with Home Alone. Oh, yeah, that Macaulay Culkin, I think. By the way, I think his younger brother was the one in Succession, and I thought he had a very strange character, but he was really did a good job of acting that out. Toroidal treat would be a donut. Yes, I love that, by the way. I mean, who describes donut shapes as toroidal except for engineers and nerds? And that's pretty fun. Well, I would say it, but that's why I'm a nerd. TV personality, Katpan, that would be Hoda. Fellow would be a chap, I say. So let's go up here. Let's finish our central west and get down to the southwest and just get this thing over with. Gumball say, have no idea. Bulb measures, how about watts? That tells me the gumball is a wad. I'm gonna just assume that's what it is, and let's just check ourselves. Exit sign feature looks like it could be an arrow trying to pop out of there. Disney, daughter of King Triton, would be Ariel. Correct type would be to edit. And what do we got here? We got Tony Basil, singer of the 1982 hit Mickey. Oh, Mickey, you're so pretty, you don't understand. I don't know what that was. I missed my arrows. Okay, so we've got Diana Prince. I think it's not Diane. What's this? Fabric sample, a swatch. Okay. And also the mother company of lots of fabulous luxury timepieces. The Swatch Group. We got Little Machines, Omega, lots of them, actually. Web code. This is a good wine. I'm going to have to drink that whole bottle tonight. Web code letters. How about HTML? Home of the Pro Football Hall of Fame would be Ohio. Makes sense, too. Though surprising it's not in Texas. Money maker. Well, I can't fit rear end into that anywhere, so let's see. Repair, maybe to mend. And let's see. So money maker. A mint, maybe? Sunrise direction in San Salvador, and that would be este. So how do we do, Bob? Now, I can honestly see this being something that would have taken maybe 6 minutes if I wasn't such a blowhard. But that's what I like to do. I like to talk my way through the crossword. But this was not, it was not a challenging grid, but it was really super clever. And I loved how we got in some of these words like lacuna, right? Even a swatch for that matter. But to see the Spanish steps make it in there, right? And the Trinita di Monte, beautiful places to visit and see. Wonderful to have those environments here. I loved the word extol, and I loved how the orcas made it through. On the whole, just a fabulous grid, and I absolutely loved it. But let's go ahead and toss this one away until tomorrow. And while we're at it, let's go ahead and bring down the see ya slide. Yes, I love that bell. I'm so glad I got it. I mean, it's just a bicycle bell, but it's perfect. It just mounts to the desk, and it's good and loud. And so, thank you all. Got some brand new subscribers in last night. That was really cool of you. Thank you. Appreciate the thumbs up, all the likes, and of course, the commentary. Every time somebody sends me a note, it just kind of makes my day. I appreciate that. I mean, even if somebody just wants to troll me, it's fine. Still kind of cool. I appreciate it. Until we see you tomorrow for the Thursday grid, hopefully chock full of rebuses. Should be rebuy. Ich wünsche Ihnen einen schönen Tag noch. Auch einen Abend. Und Servus. Ciao. Servus. Grüß Gott. Auf Wiedersehen. Tschüss. Cin-Cin. Be well. Take care out there. Be good to yourselves. Be good to your neighbors. We'll see you tomorrow. Here.